Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Come on down to CraZy Dawn's.
Oh, what would you say earlier? CraZy Dawn's furniture store? I don't even know what the hell that meant.
I don't know.
You say the craziest random shit. I don't even know.
Because I thought it had to be, if it was CraZy Dawn's, it would need to be a car lot or a furniture store. So I was thinking, CraZy Dawn's Furniture. I don't know why.
I played a pinball machine. I think I told you about it. Maybe
called
that's where you
CraZy
heard
Dawn's?
it from. No, it was called Junkyard Dog.
Okay.
But when you put your quarters in, it would say, I don't remember his name now, but man, one of my brothers could tell me. It was like, "This is Crazy Bob, and you're stuck in my junkyard." And it was a pinball machine.
It's so hot in here.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, what is it, 98, but it feels like 107?
Something like that.
It's ridiculous. I'm drinking pop. Okay, you ready to get started? I turned the labels so Pepsi doesn't sue us.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
That wasn't on purpose. All right, so I'm back to traveling for work. So, gotta make the best of it, right? Ugh,
when do you go again?
I leave on Wednesday for Mexico.
Wednesday to Friday, and then Monday to Friday?
Wednesday to Friday and Sunday to Friday.
Sunday to Friday.
Yeah, but I went out to Houston.
But that means Sunday no podcast then.
Yeah.
Unless I do it without you, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I gotta leave. And if I leave at 6, it's too late, because I have to go Oklahoma. I have to drive to Oklahoma, so it'll be too late. So, I started traveling a couple weeks ago. I went to Houston. And you know the weird thing there is? Houston is becoming like this, they want to be like this barbecue place now. The barbecue, they want to be known for barbecue, so all these barbecue places are starting to pop up in Houston, and people are like, no, this one's the best. No, this one's the best. And
that seems to be the thing all over right now, it seems like.
Well, maybe, but in Houston, I know for sure, so we were like, you should go to this one, but if you don't get there by 11, they're going to be out of barbecue. So we went to a new one called Killian's, I think it is. Anyway, and it was really good, but the weirdest freaking thing happened. My pee smelled like smoke after.
Your pee smelled like smoke.
Yeah, the barbecue was so smoky that my pee smelled like smoke. It was disgusting. What? Anyway, all right.
I don't remember my pee smelling like anything ever other than pee or asparagus.
No,
that's my two smells.
It smelled like smoke.
Or asparagus.
No, it smelled like barbecue smoke. I was like, oh, yeah, and then
my pee always smells exactly the same, which is barely scented at all, unless you eat asparagus, and then it smells like rotten asparagus.
Yeah, there's a distinct... No, it doesn't even smell like asparagus. It just smells different. And you're like, why does my pee smell different? And then you're like, oh, I had a piece of asparagus. And it doesn't even have to be a lot.
No, it can barely be like one bite.
I had like an asparagus tip in a salad one time.
One bite of asparagus and your pee smells like asparagus for 2 days. It's nuts. All right. So what you want? You want a good...
So what you want?
You ready for the...
Yeah, let's do it. All right, episode 19, Interesting Inventions. I didn't do my magic wand. I forgot. I have my magic wand.
All man pee smells.
All man pee smells.
Is that like, oh man, pee smells?
No, it's probably like all man pee. It's not. It's
all men, maybe.
All men pee smell. All men pee smell. Anyway. All right. So you ready to get started?
I think pee smells no matter the gender.
No, not if you drink as much water. I drink so much that I don't have strong urine. So I drink so much. Whether it's tea or water. I switched to that decaffeinated tea. Ready for housekeeping?
Yes.
What are you going to do? You're going to smell to see if you...
No, I got a sore on my arm.
Is that you or me?
No, it's definitely you. No, I've got my shoulder's hurting. I was kind of stretching it.
Oh, I thought you were going to you were like, is that Dawn or is that me? No, but I forgot my deodorant when we went to the ranch last week, and I can't find it, and my stupid ass didn't go get any. So, anyway, housekeeping! All right. Oh, I forgot. It's been so long. I forgot what to do.
Didn't we do one last week?
No, it's been 2 weeks because we were at the ranch.
Oh, that's right.
Doing some ATV.
And then we just did that pop-up one the week before that. So this is the first actual topic one again.
Yep.
In a minute. Okay.
All right. So real quick housekeeping. All of our old episodes are on YouTube under ReddMetal CraZy Talk.
Except for the one that didn't get recorded.
Except for episode 16 where we had a guest. My sister was on as a guest. And unfortunately, that one didn't get recorded. But they're all up there now. They're up to date. You can see our podcast pop-up that we did. And you can also see Tim's episode, or Metal's episode, where he wrote and produced it. If you didn't see that, terrible toys.
Wrote and produced.
It says, you down with the ATV? Yeah, you know me. I get so distracted. I'm not supposed to look at chat because I can't keep up. Okay, and if you haven't joined our Facebook page, go ahead and do that. We'll post little tidbits and follow-ups and corrections and redactions from all the F-ups I do on the podcast, and then a little sneak peek of what's going on, some polls and things like that. And if you haven't already, you can subscribe to us. Is it subscribe on Twitch?
Follow
On Twitch. And
subscribe if you want to spend some money. Or use your free Amazon Prime. If you link to Amazon, you can give us a free subscription once a month.
So next week, you know what we're doing? Episode 20?
No.
You don't know.
Have you told me yet?
I have not.
Well, then I don't know.
So it was a loaded question. We are doing this or that. This or that. And if we have time at the end, we'll do some practice for this or that next week. Episode 20. Actually, the following week, because I will be back this Sunday, and then the following Sunday we'll skip.
Yeah, this Sunday you're
So
here.
this week. All right, you ready for the PSA?
Okay.
I've got a good one.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
It's a good one. All right. I did not know this existed, but there is a National Masturbation Month.
I hope it's right now.
It's... I think I forgot which month it was, though. It was the month that we were supposed to originally do this podcast, which was like weeks and weeks and weeks ago. But we're casting on Father's Day. No, I don't think so.
Is Father's Day on Sunday?
Is Thanksgiving on Thursday?
No, I meant this Sunday.
No.
Oh.
I don't think so. Shit, I hope not.
I don't know.
Fuck, did we fuck that up? Anyway, masturbate. It saves money. It saves time. It minimizes stress, cures headaches, and it doesn't hurt nobody.
It doesn't hurt nobody.
I like their logo best because it seems to be a hybrid of all the genitalia.
I was trying to figure out what that is.
I think it's like a vulva and a penis, and that's what I think.
Ejaculate?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it is the 20th, but I didn't know if the 20th was...
So this is the National Masturbation Month. This public service is brought to you by...
The National Masturbation Month.
Oh, so that's the name of the organization as well.
Yeah.
But when is the month?
May.
Damn
I missed it because I did it.
Damn it.
Because I did it
okay,
for the month that we were supposed to.
I'll have to get caught up. Yeah. That's easy enough.
Oh my gosh.
It also prevents unwanted kids.
That's one way to look at it.
Well, that's what CJ Morgan
said. I was like, what? Okay, you ready? So the first part of...
Is that Britney Spears?
Yeah, oops. She did it again. But my first section is going to be accidental inventions. Things that were invented by accident. Just beat it. That's the theme song of Masturbation Month.
Accidental inventions. I know one. I might not say it because it might be on your list.
Well, how about I do my list, and then if I didn't say it, you can say it.
Okay.
Okay, you guys ready? Accidental inventions. If I can't remember, I did this podcast prep so long ago that I don't even remember what's on it for the most part. Okay, so ice cream cones. Ice cream cones, specifically the waffle cone.
The waffle cone was an accident.
It was an accident. It was invented... They were invented apart in two separate places, which is weird.
They poured not enough batter in the waffle maker, and it was too thin, and they, rolled it up?
No, it was something like there was a guy selling ice cream in one vending place, and then there was a guy selling waffles in the other vending place, and he was selling his pastry to a man who was selling ice cream. One thing led to another, and voila.
It would seem hard to accidentally make the waffle cone because it's kind of specific.
Well, they didn't intend to invent. It might have been the World's Fair. You might be right. You might be right, Super. Or you can go by Genius. You choose. We'll call you Genius or Super. So, yeah, ice cream. Cones, specifically the waffle. I like how those are dipped in chocolate at the bottom. That is brilliant. I have never seen that. And
they do that at Baskin-Robbins.
I've never seen that. I'm not a fan of Baskin-Robbins, so maybe...
and it does help keep the shit from dripping out the bottom.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'll call you John. I won't remember that. I'll just call you Super Genius. I'm going to forget.
You're going to forget that that's John?
No, I probably.
Oh, okay.
All right. Next one. Popsicles. popsicle was an accidental invention. A kid in 1905 mixed some soda powder together.
What the hell is soda powder?
I don't know. I guess it was how you made soda before soda. I think you mixed the soda powder and the carbonated water together, soda powder, and accidentally left it outside on the front porch with the spoon. And when he came out the next day, it was...
Oh, it was like freezing cold outside?
Uh-huh.
Okay, you missed to say that part.
No.
That it was cold out.
Yeah, it was cold out. It came outside the next... Well, how else would it have been a popsicle?
I don't know. I was waiting for the rest of the story. I thought he's going to come out and he's like, oh, this is garbage and I'm going to throw it in my freezer. Or something. I don't know.
No. He left it outside and it was cold. He was from a cold part. He was in Stockton-on-Tees, and I don't know where that's at.
Me neither.
So good luck. So they were invented by accident. Do you like popsicles?
Not really.
Me neither. I don't like Kool-Aid either.
I like ice cream. Well, I love ice cream a lot, but popsicles, it's rare popsicles. It's rare that I like one. Like a dreamsicle's okay, I can eat that. But technically it's got ice cream in the center.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of popsicles. You know the ones that used to come in the little plastic tubes?
Oh yeah, you just cut the top off and then you squeeze it up?
Yeah, I would just suck all the juice out of it. And the juice is so gross. I don't even know. I don't like them, not so much. And as an adult, as a kid, give me a damn popsicle. But the biggest problem that I have with those kind of popsicles is the same thing why I don't eat ice cream bars. I can't stand the taste of the wood. Like, it really, but like, I can start tasting the wood before I finish my ice cream, and I'm like, well, I'm going to be sick. It tastes like a tongue depressor. Why would anybody want to do that? Okay.
So you probably don't chew on matches either.
No! Who would do that?
That was a common thing, like in the gangster movie and stuff, they always had a match in their mouth.
True.
Or like prisoners. People in prison have a matchstick in their mouth.
I thought that was a toothpick.
Maybe a toothpick also. Either one.
Well, you know, after you use a match, it could become a toothpick. No, it's too thick. It probably wouldn't work.
If you're Madonna.
Vodka popsicles. Do you flavor them, Cal Morgan? Do you flavor the vodka popsicles? Because I can't. Ooh, I used to eat the heads off of burnt matches. I think that Mother needs to go to a doctor about that. That's not good.
I used to taste them.
You would like lick them?
I would lick it afterwards because it's salty. It's salty.
In 1826, John Walker, a chemist.
Hey, you hear me though?
What?
About you could use it for a toothpick? I said if you're Madonna.
Because she got a big gap. Or
Yeah.
David Letterman.
Yeah.
Okay, so he discovered accidentally.
Taylor said I just got here and we're eating matches.
You're missing out, Taylor. He didn't accidentally, but he noticed when he scraped against his hearth a stick coated in chemicals that it lit up. And
So why did he have a stick coated in chemicals?
he was a chemist. So chemists do weird shit. Maybe he was like stirring shit, and then he was like,
No, this is my stir stick.
"Oh, I stirred some shit with it. Wonder what'll happen if I scrape it against my hearth." That's what he did. But the reason I kept that one is not because I thought it was an interesting invention, but because it was called. This is great. They called his matches lucifers. Before that, they called it a light bringing slave.
A light bringing slave.
I was like,
Who invented the thing? A caveman? Did a caveman invent the match?
And then once it became an article of commerce, its name was officially changed to Fire Inch Stick.
A fire inch stick.
But they're longer than a fire.
So where did the word matches come from? And why that word? Because it doesn't match anything.
I don't know.
Hmm.
This doesn't surprise me that C.J. Morgan said he used to flick matches until they almost caught a camp on fire. Okay. Here's the next one. Cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
Yeah. So I told you guys a couple of weeks ago that my mom never let us eat sugary cereals. So cornflakes
Was good, but Frosted Flakes no good.
We couldn't have Frosted Flakes.
Right.
We could have cornflakes. According to company history, one night in 1898, so way back time, when a batch of wheat-based cereal dough was accidentally left out for an extended period of time, it caused it to ferment. When rolled out into thin sheets, the slightly moldy dough, this is weird to me, produced perfect, large, thin flakes that became crispy if you toasted them in the oven. But I read that and I looked it up and I looked it up and I looked it up and I don't understand why anybody tried to do anything with slightly moldy dough and why it's okay to eat.
It was the 1800s. You didn't waste anything.
Well,
our spoiled ass generation, we just waste shit.
Do they leave? Do they still?
We make a big ass meatloaf and then eat part of it and throw it in the garbage. It's wasteful. We're wasteful.
You don't want to get sick though by eating wasteful. Fermented food, or they got drunk off of cornflakes.
Ain't that how we found penicillin?
Yeah, I think they did that on purpose though. Okay, ready for the next one? I wonder if this is the one that you had.
Mm-mm.
No?
This was an accident also?
It was an accident. This is funny to me.
That was a very profitable accident.
So this one was funny to me. Some very hard erections noticed by male patients undergoing a clinical trial for a potential heart drug led to the accidental discovery of a drug to cure erectile dysfunction. Can you imagine going in to do like something for your heart and then you're like, what? Oh, what? Happy accident. Get it? I mean, I have to stop reading the comments because I get lost in them. Taylor, you're hilarious.
So they were making a drug on purpose, just not for ED.
No, it was for a heart drug. Yep. Our friends at Pfizer. That's spelled so weird. I hate that. I hate the F that's made by the P and the F. I don't like that.
So
silent P.
Because you don't even need the P, right?
Right.
So the doctors were giving all these test people this. They were all getting erections. And then the doctors were like, we need to fire these nurses and get some uglier nurses because this is starting to be a problem. And then it turns out it wasn't even the nurse's fault.
Yeah. One of my salespeople was telling me the job that they used to work at was not allowed to hire any pretty women to work in the plant because it distracted all the guys and it caused too many HR problems. So they could only hire obese, unattractive women. What the heck?
All right.
Is this it? Is this the one?
Mm-mm.
Oh. Do you remember the song?
No.
Slinky, Slinky. You remember it?
Uh-uh.
What a wonderful toy. Slinky, Slinky. Fun for a girl or a boy. You still don't remember that song? Mm-mm. I'm so much older than you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, every time I see a Slinky, I have to sing that song. Mechanical engineer Richard James invented the Slinky by accident in 1943. He was working to devise springs that could... he was like trying to invent a spring that could allow them to ship things steady at sea, where they wouldn't get jostled and... Anyway... It said he accidentally knocked some of the samples off of the shelf and watched in amazement as they walked down instead of falling. Yep.
And he's like, screw that, I made a toy.
He said, fun for a girl or a boy. That's what he said.
Think of Ace Ventura. What happened with Slinkies in Ace Ventura? I haven't seen that movie in like a decade. I don't remember.
I don't remember Slinkies and Ace Ventura. Pet Detective?
Mm-hmm.
I have to look into that.
Well, I don't know of another Ace Ventura, so I'm guessing.
Is this the one? No. Dynamite. Do you remember what show was that? Remember he used to walk around like that? He'd say Dynamite. Oh, JJ.
Yeah.
Wasn't it JJ? He was hilarious. I don't think that's real dynamite. It doesn't look real. It looks like somebody made it out of duct tape.
That probably is real.
Oh, he sends a massive... How did I not see that? Yeah, everybody...
Massive staircase. It goes all the way to the last step, and then it doesn't go to the end.
Good Times. Do you remember that song?
I do remember Good Times.
The song?
If I'd heard it, I would remember it. I haven't seen that since I was a kid.
I don't remember the Good Times song. So, Dynamite. Italian chemist, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name, considered nitroglycerin to be far too dangerous to be of any practical use. He was quoted as saying, when I think of all the victims killed during nitroglycerin explosions and the terrible havoc that it has wreaked, in which all probability will continue to occur in the future, I'm almost ashamed to admit that I was its discoverer. So he didn't even really want the person who invented it didn't even really want anyone to know that he invented it, because back in the day, people were getting like seriously fucked up by dynamite because they were They were excavating, they were going, they were...
I was like, today it's a very, very, very useful and practical tool.
Yeah.
For excavating and stuff still, but...
He was mortified when the family started a commercial exploitation of nitroglycerin, and with the success of Dynamite, he felt he had been subject to an injustice. Alfred Nobel openly cited Sobrero as the inventor of nitroglycerin, and he was like, I wish you would have just not told anybody that I had invented it.
But if he had never invented it, you know how boring the Roadrunner cartoon would be? That would just not be a fun show anymore without Dynamite.
Is that true fact about the Nobel Peace Prize, or are you yanking my chain there, John? Because I didn't read that. That would be really cool if it did. If it was. Okay. Give you another one. Chewing gum. Specifically like bubble gum. Let's say bubble gum. More than chewing gum. So... It was invented bubble gum and taught salespeople how to market it by blowing a gooey pink bubble. Okay? And created the first batch of bubble gum, making it pink because that was the only food coloring that he had. So that's why bubble gum is pink, because it just happened to be the only food color. It says in a 1996 interview that he did before he passed, he said he was doing something else and ended up with something with bubbles. Now, gum has existed forever. Ancient Greeks used to take it from the mastic tree and chew the gum out of the tree. New England settlers picked up the practice in 1848. So gum was around, but we're talking more like commercialized bubble gum. Chewing gum, bubble gum.
Bazooka, Zooka, bubble gum.
My mom gave me a nickel. Is that?
That's what I was singing, yeah.
So I could buy a pickle.
I know that song. But I didn't buy no pickle.
Instead, I bought some bubble gum.
Alright, that's enough of that.
I liked that song.
I know you did.
I always requested it. People with bad hearts carry... Yeah, so, Mother, when I had my... What was it? When I had my CT scan? I had to take nitroglycerin. They put it under your tongue. And they bring it and they put a drop of it under your tongue. Actually, it was like a pill form, and it burns. It kind of burned a little bit. And then they let I got to spit it out, the rest of it, because it wouldn't dissolve all the way. But
you do that to prevent heart attacks too.
Yeah.
The little one, it just goes under your tongue.
That's what she said.
You just stick it under your tongue and it dissolves.
Yeah, that's what she said. So they gave it to me to slow down my heart rate for the CT scan so that they could see all the dye pushing through. And I didn't like it. It made me feel like really like... Have you ever had niacin or whatever that is that they put in energy drinks sometimes that gives you energy, but it makes you real flush?
Mm-mm.
That's what it felt like to me. I wasn't a fan of it.
No, maybe that's what I drank that one time years ago. There was a energy drink that came out. I think it's still for sale, but it was called Red Line.
Red Line?
Yeah, and it was a little bottle.
Red Lines.
And supposedly it was like, this thing is the best energy drink and you'll wake the hell up. And this is when I was working night shifts. And I was like, I'm going to try one of them damn things. And I drank it and it woke me up, but I will never drink another one because it made me like paranoid.
What? I didn't say anything about being paranoid.
No, but I'm saying like I was jittery.
Oh, look, dive bars tend to have red lines still. I didn't know that. I never even heard of it.
Yeah, I got jittery and like anxious. Like I was wide awake, but I was also just like it was nuts. I can't even explain the feeling. I just felt nuts. I was like, I'm never drinking another one of those again.
I didn't feel like that.
I hated that
felt
feeling.
Flushed. I felt really flushed. Like I do right now because it feels like our AC's not working. And we have 2 brand new ACs, and I swear to you, one of them's not working. We just power washed it, and something had to have happened because it feels like it's blowing hot air up here. And it's not hot enough outside for it to be this hot upstairs. John said that Noble amassed a fortune during his lifetime, with most of his wealth coming from 355 inventions, of which Dynamite is the most famous. So he wasn't yanking our chain. Thanks, John. Thanks for sharing that. All right, so champagne. In France, the first sparkling champagne was created accidentally. The pressure in the bottle led it to be called the devil's wine. As bottles,
Man, every time somebody can't explain something, they call it the devil's.
The devil's wine.
The devil's matchstick, or whatever the hell it was earlier.
It says the bottles exploded or corks popped. At the time, bubbles were considered a fault. In 1844, do you know what that wire thing over the cork is called on champagne? That little wire cage that you take off? Well, I learned it. It's called I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but it's called a muselet. 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 So in 1844, that was invented to prevent the corks from blowing out because they couldn't keep the corks in.
Because it was so much carbonation in there, it would just pop them out.
Yeah. And then as Cal Morgan said, it's only champagne if it's from the region. Otherwise, it's sparkling wine.
Correct.
Yep.
It has to be from...
But it was invented in France, so we call it champagne.
Yes.
All right. So now we're going to talk about some old school inventions. Have you seen that yet?
Old school?
Yeah.
What do you mean yet? That movie's old.
I know, but I thought the last time we talked about it, you said you hadn't seen it.
No, I'd seen Old School when it came out.
Oh, you my boy, Blue.
That's the one where he, like, at the very beginning, like, he streaked down the road, right? Yeah, I remember that.
You my boy, Blue. All right, you want to see some old school inventions?
Are these, like, old school inventions, like, stuff that's not around anymore?
Like, shit that was invented way back in the day. Like, back. I would say yes, it's not around anymore. Let's just go with that. You're my boy. Okay. So this one, it blows my mind. I just have to be...
Why do you need someone to... Why do you need something to protect your butter?
Why can't you just... So you don't get your sleeve in it?
Why can't you just move it to the side of the table?
Is that you or the dog?
It must be the dog. I haven't done anything. And I don't smell it from this side. It must be... And the dog's on your left, so...
I can't concentrate, y'all. It's bad. Oh, God, it's so bad. I'm going to be ill. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to talk because I have to breathe. You talk.
Well,
talk for a minute.
I'm just thinking, why can't you just move the butter out of your way?
That's what I thought, too. Whew. It must be all the medicine that dog's on. It's nasty. Oh, my God. Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. That's the first thing I thought, too. I left it because I thought, no way. I thought, no freaking way would anybody invent that. That's insane. It's to protect your sleeves, not the butter. Good point. Absolutely good point. So
it's a sleeve protector, not a butter protector.
Yeah, because you can't hold your knife and the butter and the cracker all at once. So you could put you could protect your sleeves from all kinds of things. All right. So here's one that tripped me out. This one was really weird for me. I couldn't find anything on the butter protector after I found the actual picture, so I just decided to just put it just because it was fun, but I did find about the glowing tires. So in 1960s, these tires were made of synthetic rubber known as neothane. Goodyear used the translucent material, dyeing it various bright colors, green, yellow, blue, and red, just to name a few of them. Then the company put 18 small light bulbs, which were essentially dash lights, inside the tires, giving them a glowing effect. The tires also performed...
When was this?
1960s.
Okay. Go ahead and finish your thing.
Okay. So it says, the tires perform poorly in wet conditions and tended to melt when drivers brake too heavily.
So I was going to say, how come never in my life have I even seen or heard of these yet?
Because they were a huge safety hazard.
Well, I understand, but it seems like we would have at least seen them like in a movie or something.
I'm here to bring you the news, Metal. I'm just here to bring you the news.
That's just crazy.
Are you doubting me?
No, I just never heard of this before. And so it's kind of odd that something like this, like, you just would not have heard of.
Mother's has been around since then, and she's like, yeah, I've never heard of those. Yeah, tires heat up. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is true.
No, I believe it. I'm just like, how did something like this happen and I never heard about it?
That looks like an American, and all the ads were in English, so it had to be U.S. because the ads were in English. So I'll show you some more shit you never heard of that you
She does look like a chick from Oktoberfest.
Does she?
Yeah.
Nah, she looks like more a sock hop girl.
Maybe it's the hairdo.
Yeah, I don't know. Or I'm not knowing. Okay, this one, I can't even fathom. I don't even I can't even about some of these. I cannot even.
Yeah, because wouldn't it skip a lot?
You would think. You would think they did make special records. So it says, this is a terrible, my notes here say, this is a terrible idea. In the 1950s, the incredible Highway HiFi, designed by Peter Goldmark, used 7-inch ultra micro groove records that packed 45 minutes of music into a record the size of a 45 RPM single.
So this was the first CD.
Portable music. It was called an in-car turntable, but they called it the Incredible Highway HiFi.
I have to imagine it still plays the music via a needle running through the grooves.
It has to.
So therefore, I don't think there's anything you would be able to do to keep it from skipping unless you're just not driving your car.
Okay, so I was thinking about this. Back then, you parked your car a lot, like at the drive-ins, the A&Ws,
yeah,
the
that's
drive-in
true.
movie theaters. So I was thinking maybe
you picked up your girl and you went parking.
Yeah.
And then you turned it on and it would just
like
play.
you hung out. The cars were bigger and you hung out in your car. So that must be.
Yeah, nowadays our car's just transportation, where back then it used to be part of your social life.
Right. So I think that probably it would be utilized. If I had to guess, it would be utilized while the car was not in motion, even though they call it the Highway HiFi. Unless they had better highways back then.
I doubt it.
Which I don't think probably. But anyway, I thought you'd get a kick out of that one. But it's almost as good as this one. This is
again. I have to imagine it's because people just sat around in their cars.
I just sang that, Cal Morgan. I hope you meant to say rolling down the street, scratching vinyl, sipping on gin.
No, sipping on dashboard coffee.
Yeah, dashboard coffee maker, legit, true.
Again, it must just because people sat around in their cars.
But I was also thinking to myself,
because you're not trying to make that coffee, and also it's in a regular coffee mug. You don't use that driving down the road. Just spill it when you hit a bump.
So I was thinking about the McDonald's lawsuit, and then you got this thing rolling down. Actually, 1959 Volkswagen. There's also no power switch on the machine, so it has to plug into your cigarette lighter.
They had cigarette lighters in their cars back then?
In 1959.
Oh, okay.
Volkswagen. It wasn't Rolls-Royce. It was Volkswagen. These were rich people cars. Yeah, I can't even imagine. I guess if you're the chauffeur and you have to just sit for hours waiting for your people to come out from whatever they're doing, you can make yourself a.
If you have a chauffeur, you're probably not in a Volkswagen.
That's true. No, there's some nice Volkswagens.
I guess Volkswagen then replaced this with the little Voss.
What the?
Remember when they started putting the Voss in there and you would see the flowers on people's dash?
So, also you have to remember Volkswagen is really popular outside of the U.S. and they have far more. They have different models that they make, and it's a more. They have different car. We may not be familiar with the luxury Volkswagens. Just doesn't mean there aren't any. I'll have to look that up. I just made that up, but I'm just thinking. Okay. You ready for the next one?
I am.
Okay. So this is a whiskey vending machine.
Oh, remember we ran into the first one ever made or something?
Well, in Ireland, right? When we went,
it was made in Ireland. Yeah.
We were at the pub. What pub was that? CJ Morgan.
Wasn't it the one that's over in Plano or something?
Yeah, and they had it. It was a Jameson's one. Somebody had made a Jameson's one.
Yeah, somebody made a Jameson vending machine that was in service one day.
Yeah, and they got in trouble because you couldn't regulate the age.
Yeah, you couldn't regulate the age, so it was immediately pulled off the street and ended up just being at the guy's house.
In his garage.
Forever. The Kelp.
The Kelp, that's where we went. So, this, we saw it in McKinney at the Kelp. So in the 1960s, this vending machine offered whiskey or a mixture of whiskey and soda. You could choose. But what I like the best is it's called the Eva. The Eva?
What did that acronym mean?
I don't know. Eva.
Well, then why'd you like it the most?
Because the only time I've ever seen that was in that movie Fear when Marky Mark carved the forever. Remember in his chest he wrote forever. I've never seen that word except for then.
Yes.
But no.
It didn't have two V's.
No, it had one V. It was forever. Forever. Yeah, so you could just go get you some whiskey. You didn't have to wait in line in a little plastic cup.
I don't wait in line now to get my whiskey either, generally. But
there's no line at our bar?
I don't go to a bar.
At our bar.
Oh, at our bar downstairs? Yes, there's no line there. I just walk up and pour myself one, and I'm good to go.
Yeah, at our bar. So this may be the most frightening of them all. It was literally called the baby cage.
I almost put this on my toys one, but then I decided since it wasn't a toy, I left it off.
It is not a toy. That is a dangling baby cage. They became in vogue in the 1930s. They were invented in 1922.
But from the research that I did, because I was going to do it, it said that no injury or death ever occurred from them.
Yeah, it's. I didn't read that. That's interesting. Yeah. So they originally came from a book in 1884.
People just thought it looked bad, and they were like, "Let's not do that."
Yeah. It still bothers me because those are in high rises. All those apartment buildings. In New
that's
York.
What they were.
Because they were made for. They said the care and feeding of children. It basically said you needed to. The book describes how babies need to be aired and renewed and purify the blood. So your kids need to be. If you're living in a high rise, you can't.
Well, also they said back then, like in these certain areas, I think it was like in downtown New York and stuff like this, where it became real popular. That it was. The kids weren't getting enough sunlight and enough oxygen from outside. And so this was a way that you could stick them out the window and they could chill out right there, get natural sunlight and get natural air.
Still scares
me. I saw a video where they were advertising it. And like they had a baby in there and then like a 4-year-old went crawling up and so you had a big 4-year-old sitting in there chilling with the baby hanging out the window.
How do you know the weight that it weighed enough or whatever?
I don't know.
The dog's going to come up.
But in the commercial, there was a commercial for it. And in the commercial, it showed the lady letting her 4-year-old up. And then she gave them both food. Like she gave the baby a bottle and gave him like a little bowl of cereal or something.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was nuts.
CJ Morgan, tell me that you didn't put your brother in a dog kennel for real. Like you were just playing around, right? I hope so. I'm sure they were just playing around. Could prevent jaundice, I guess, because you get plenty of... I don't know, but also, I don't know. That just really scares me. What about nowadays, you forget your babies?
They look scary. It was showing, like, the video showed, like, from outside on the street, and there was, like, 8 of them just hanging out of windows.
Nowadays, you forget your baby in the car. Imagine, like, shutting the window and forgetting your baby's out there. Like, mommy needs
I said, supposedly they were actually safe because there was not one reported death or injury ever from them.
Are you serious? Yeah. That is nuts. Yeah. I couldn't do it. I'd be scared to death.
Maybe a really smart engineer designed it.
And installed it because all it would take is one dumb dad rushing and then you'd have a dead baby.
It's like, where'd these extra screws come from? I don't know. They're probably just extras.
Taylor's cracking me up. You know the dog bottles we have on this side of our dog kennel? The big oversized gerbil bottles? He said you have to put one there so that they can get a drink.
That would be funny.
I know exactly what you're talking about. We have those for our dogs. We don't kennel our dogs for very long, but when we did, we didn't have our new air conditioners, it would get a little warm up here, and we had those waters attached to the dog kennels. Okay. So the next one is a boob washer. It's from the 1930s for massaging and or washing your breasts. And I think that's a little risque for a 1930s ad.
I think it's a little unnecessary. Can't you just put soap and water on your hand and do this?
Why? When you could use a boob washer.
It just seems very unnecessary. Just seems very unnecessary.
I'm reading CJ Cal Morgan. Why would it be the dad's fault? Because if you forgot to put in 2 of the bolts and your baby dies, it's your fault. Just like if you put together your kid's bike and the wheels come off and it, loses a tooth, your wife is going to be mad at you, not the bike. Looks like a milking machine. It does look like a pump, a breast pump, but it's not. It's a washer or massager.
So did it water go through this tube and then it had a little spiral thing that it just shot water in a spiral or something?
It it massaged it and washed it. And
I'd be using your boob washer to clean my balls.
Oh, that's almost as bad as
I missed it.
That's almost as bad as a guy using your razor and then you go to use it and you cut your leg all to hell.
Well, that's just because we dull the razors with our coarse whiskers.
Because you shave your balls with it. You know you do.
No, I have a separate razor for that.
But if you didn't, you would just grab your wife's and then leave it with little pubes hanging off of it. And Okay, you ready for the next section?
Yeah.
You don't like my boob washer?
No, I do. I was just thinking how it could wash balls.
My next section, you know who that is?
Yeah, that's the 4-finger death punch.
It's finger Dustpan.
He has 4.
Does he have a name? Do you know if he has a name?
Handy.
Is his name? No, his name can't be Handy. That would be terrible. No. What's his name? He's the Hamburger Helper guy, but I don't know if he has a name.
It's probably Handy.
Like, if you're not old, you might not know that's the Hamburger Helper guy is, but do you remember that?
He's the helping hand.
Is that his name? The helping hand?
That's what.
Do you remember the song? Hamburger Helper helps your hamburger helper make a great meal.
No, you know too many. You watched way too many commercials as a kid.
They were on.
Yeah, we didn't have TiVo back then.
Yeah, we weren't fancy enough to skip the commercials, so I got all the commercials. Yeah, the jingles were awesome when we were kids. Remember, we did a whole episode on slogans. We didn't do jingles because God forbid the one time we did songs we got demonetized or something. All right, so helpful inventions. So what do you think that is?
A wearable syringe.
Yeah, but
because it says that
right,
on the screen.
But for what? It's
Diabetes.
I helped. You know, it's the EpiWear Watch hides a foldable efferent syringe in a device not much larger than a watch. If you're in an emergency and you need to unfold it, you flick a safety lever and push a button. When you're ready, you can inject the medicine into your thigh. So it's got it stored in there, but you still have to inject it.
Okay, I'm confused. How do you inject it in your thigh from your wrist?
You have to take it apart. It comes apart. It stores it right there. And then
so you just take off the watch and then use that as the shot. It
conceals it. I couldn't find one where it was open. It unfolds, and then you flick a safety lever, and then you can use it. It's a 3-piece folding design, makes it effectively impossible to trigger the needle by accident. They made it like foolproof, and you've got your EpiPen on you at all times. Which,
as if the EpiPen was already not too expensive. Now we have to make this really expensive version.
Well, didn't the person that had the EpiPen sell it for $1? Like, he bought the patent and sold it for $1?
No. The person who I don't know that, but I know the person who bought the patent started producing them and did it for pure profit, and so they started like marketing it very expensive.
I think somebody bought
it. And then they got stung by bees.
Oh, really?
And had an allergic reaction to it.
Wow. That's not like fake news.
No, that's for real.
No, it said it had something similar once in the Navy for chemical and bio. Okay. So
I think Tony Stark has something kind of like that too.
But you've actually seen a person die from a bee sting.
Correct.
That they did not have an EpiPen on them.
Correct.
And
But this was before I even ever heard of EpiPens.
But it blows my mind that a person who needs an EpiPen, if they know they need an EpiPen, why they don't have one on them. And this person that you saw die when you were a police officer knew they needed an EpiPen because they told you.
The second they didn't tell me. They were unconscious when I got there. But they were a security guard at a venue, and a bee stung them in the neck, and they immediately went and found somebody, said, call 911. I just got stung by a bee, and I'm definitely allergic. And then within like 45 more seconds, they were unconscious and on the ground.
And police officers don't carry EpiPens?
I don't even know if EpiPens are around yet.
I don't know how old EpiPens are.
Yeah, I don't either.
CJ Morgan says it's called the eye stab now. Oh my god. So anyway, I thought that was neat. I thought it was a neat invention. Helpful invention. These probably aren't helpful, but I
oh, wait, hold up. I want this already.
I know. I know you do. So, like, when you're not a mixing and a stirring, you can play a tune.
Oh, okay. Well, I do that anyways. Just with wooden spoons. I didn't realize they're just wooden spoons with drumsticks on the end.
Yeah.
I saw the music note in here, and I thought it was something like if you put it in boiling water, it would whistle and make music.
No, it says cooking end. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says cooking end, rocking end.
I probably still want them, though. That would be fun.
Yeah, I thought that was a fun one.
But the funny thing is...
You can't cook because it'll get pasta sauce all over you when you go to do the drumming and you got fucking pasta sauce all over your shirt.
But I noticed that you called this category useful inventions.
Helpful.
Or helpful.
I just said it's probably not helpful.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you say that part.
Yeah, I did. I said this is probably not helpful, but I put it here anyway.
Okay. I like it, though.
I know.
It reminds me of our poop knife.
Ew, that's a kitchen utensil.
Yeah, so it's a poop knife.
No, it's not. Are you cutting bread with it? What are you doing with the poop knife?
Never mind.
What do you mean it's a kitchen utensil? It's not... What are you saying right now?
It's a utensil.
That's you don't. Everything that's a utensil doesn't belong in the kitchen.
But it's still a utensil.
Okay, but it's in no way similar to this.
But I never cut poop with it.
What did you cut with it?
Nothing. I used to like spread peanut butter.
Are you serious? I know you're serious. I don't even know why I'm asking if you're serious. I know you.
Just because it's called a poop knife doesn't mean it's nasty. It works great for spreading peanut butter.
Okay. Let me fix my... Oh my gosh. I broke it. Okay, this one seems so useful to me. It's a butter stick.
Well, you know what? Butter is already in a stick.
Yeah, but you can't put it on your bread because you go like that and it comes in a little square and then you mush your bread and you can't smear it.
Have you never seen me use the stick of butter and I just go like that with it?
Yeah, but that's in the pan.
I do it on the pan and also
and
I'll do it on toast.
You have to have your own stick of butter because it's covered in bits. Like you have your own stick
that would be covered in bits as well.
Well, you could just put our names on them. I could just have my own and mine wouldn't be.
But then what are you using it for?
To butter things. And then I'll clean off the end.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will.
No, you won't.
You won't.
Whatever.
You must be the person that leaves all them crumbs on top of the butter tub, too. Because there's, like, stuff on top of... Like, why do people do that? You're supposed to get your butter, use it, and put your knife away.
But what if you don't get enough butter?
Then that's your own damn problem.
Then you have to go back in for a second
It's
scoop.
a one-stop shop. You can't go back
What if you're buttering 19 pieces of toast?
You can't double dip your knife.
What if you are buttering 19 pieces of toast?
And you got a big fucking family and you need to slow down.
Okay, let's just say just the 5 of us and we're all eating 2 pieces. That's 10. What if I'm buttering 10 pieces of toast?
butter deodorant.
That's what I was going to say. Do I need 10 knives?
No, not 19. No, you just got to get a paper towel and wipe your knife.
Oh, that's dumb.
No, that's why you get the stick of butter and you, like, just use it. I could go down there right now and I bet you there's a 2/3 of a stick of butter with all the bacon bits and who knows what else on the end of it. There is, isn't there?
No.
Uh-huh.
No.
It's so hot up here. Yeah, wipe the blade before buttering each slice. Duh.
Okay. That's ridiculous. Why are you wiping the blade? Every time you wipe the blade, you're putting butter onto the towel, which could have gone onto bread.
Well, you shouldn't have gotten so much extra butter to begin with.
No. Nope.
Okay. I just like the fact that this was called a corn stripper, and then I started thinking about a literal corn stripper, like a corn dancing on a pole. Anyway, it made me laugh.
Okay.
But I don't like corn on the cob. I don't like corn. I don't like
You're not a big fan of corn.
I don't like eating.
But also, like, when we were kids, we used to like our corn cut off the cob, but we didn't have a corn stripper.
You just use the knife?
Yeah, you just use your knife. You go slip, 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 and then you got all the corn on your plate. And it's actually really easy to do.
Well, this...
Probably more easy in this, because this looks like you have to collect it in here and then open it and dump it. And now you have a thing to wash that has corn bits on it.
I think those are little kid hands. It's for little kids. Little kids don't need to hurt themselves.
Little kids just need to eat it off the damn cob.
Or they don't end up being spoiled people like Dawn when they get older.
Right.
If my mom would have made me eat my corn off the cob, then maybe I wouldn't have been such a titty baby about corn. No, I don't really care. Corn's okay. It just it gets in your teeth and stuff. What do you, a single function kitchen tools are from Satan?
Single function kitchen tools are from Satan.
He's the king of single function kitchen.
Don't even say what I just bought. Don't even go there.
You say it then.
No, we're not going to talk about it. It's going to be a cool thing. It's going to be cool.
Who is the king? Okay, I won't say what you just bought, but who is the king of single function kitchen tools?
Yes, I buy a lot of them. Like I have an apple slicer just to slice my apples.
Yes.
Yes.
And you know what you can do with that with? A knife.
Yeah, I know, but not as nicely. Like the apple slicer takes the core right out of the middle.
You have
and
an
it makes
apple slicer.
Slice.
You have a potato masher. You have a...
I have a potato slicer. I have a French fry cutter for potatoes as well.
Yes, because you can't just use the apple slicer, which I don't understand because it's the same thing.
No, it's not. How is it the same thing?
I'm telling Taylor what you got. I'm going to tell them
what you
bought.
I don't care. Just say it.
He bought... I don't even know how to describe it. He bought...
It's an egg press.
He bought a device that makes a hard-boiled egg turn into a square.
Yes. So you can have square hard-boiled eggs. I think it's fun.
Why? I mean, seriously, we don't need all that.
Is that invention on your thing?
No. No.
That's a really cool invention.
Who needs square egg? Like, you don't even have anything square to put the egg on.
Yeah, don't be such a square.
I'm in love with a corn stripper. I bet you are. I'm in love with a corn stripper. Oh my god. Square eggs.
Makes for an equally spread egg sandwich.
I don't think so. It's like a hard-boiled egg. It makes your hard-boiled egg into a square.
Yeah, and so you'll when you can take a knife and slice the egg, and it is a little square with a little square yolk in the middle.
Taylor's so smart. Bread is square, but this is going to be much smaller because it's like the hard-boiled egg. Oh my god, your best friend Lolo always agrees with you. Okay, this one I feel I could see the use in this.
No.
This is a spaghetti. No. Yeah!
How is the spaghetti fork going to work any differently than a regular fork?
It grabs the spaghetti.
No.
Look at that.
That's a BS picture. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a spaghetti fork. And then when you go to a fancy dinner and you look at the table and you're like, what's all this shit for? Oh, that's a spaghetti fork.
Oh, like that movie we were watching where he had no idea?
Oh, Hillbilly Elegy? That's if you guys have not seen that, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right or not, Hillbilly Elegy, I think.
Yeah.
It's a true story on Netflix, and it is really, really, I actually had a really good, but I knew that he wasn't going to know what to do with all those forks because and they told my thing that I always teach the kids where you go like this and you go like this, and your bread is on your B side, and your glass is on your D side, and they told that in the movie. But that's how I learned also as well, to not take, because when you get in a business setting, if you haven't been taught properly, thank God my dad took us out and taught us. But if you had never been taught properly, and you're at a round table, it is so easy to grab someone else's drink, and then it starts a chain reaction because then you're drinking someone else's drink, and then they can't get it. It's just
okay. Well, I'm calling BS on that fork.
No.
You know what? I already decided. I made up my mind. I'm buying a spaghetti fork. I'm going to go on Amazon. I'll find one. And I'm going to put it to the test next to a regular fork. I'm going to make a thing of spaghetti. I'm going to put the same pasta, make it. I'm going to drop some in this bowl. I'm going to take a regular fork, spaghetti fork, I'm going to stick it, and I'm going to start spinning them and pull them up and see.
Cal Morgan, you know what? Everything doesn't come from Italy. Maybe they are appalled at this because in Italy they use their spoon, so they don't want a spaghetti fork.
Oh yeah, they put the fork against the spoon and twirl it.
Put it in your spoon. Yeah, that's what you do.
Nope. I'm gonna buy that fork and I'm gonna make pasta and I'm going to test the two.
And you're gonna do that on our podcast?
Sure, why not?
You can put the video on our Facebook page. That's what you can do, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That looks like a plastic fork that got left in the dishwasher and got melted. Man, I thought you'd like that one. Look how pretty.
I think it's clever, but I think it's very not practical.
Look how pretty that spaghetti is on that fork.
I think that's faked. I think that's fake news.
Okay, so this one I would like, except for you're not supposed to feed the birds bread. You know how we are about the birds, but but I thought that was a cute invention.
So all the crumbs fall down the thing?
Yeah.
And feed outdoors?
Yeah, you can get a bird feeder. So don't feed your bird breads. If you want to do anything...
Maybe if you're cutting rye bread and all the rye seeds are falling down there.
If you want to feed the birds, pour oatmeal flakes into your grease.
Or just splurge $4 and go buy a damn bag of bird food.
Pour oatmeal flakes into your grease, which will absorb the grease in your pan, and throw that in your yard.
You can feed grease to birds?
Yeah, they need the fat to survive. Yeah.
Then how are they surviving now without it?
They get it through other things, I would imagine. But you can. Yeah, you can. You can. You can look it up.
Nah.
Fact check me.
Nah.
Fact check me.
Nah, I'm too lazy for that shit.
What kind of bird do you think that is, since you know all the birds now?
That's actually just it looks like a plastic fake bird. No, I'm serious. Zoom in on it.
I was going to let you identify it before I told you that.
It's a plastic fake bird. It's not even a real bird.
You're identifying all the birds. What are you wanting? What are you wanting for Father's Day?
for hummingbirds to show up in our damn backyard.
No, I told you. My mother told me which plant to buy, and you wouldn't even look at it.
See, she says seeds are full of fat.
They
well,
are.
then they don't need the grease, because if you buy bird seed, they're gonna get the fat.
But you can also use oatmeal in your pot to absorb your grease, but that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yes.
So you can just keep making fun of me? Parakeet. Wow, that's a big autocorrect. That's the way I type when I text
regard.
people. That's the way I type to people.
A bougie regard. It's a pioneer blue feathered sparkle bird.
Pioneer blue feathered sparkle bird. Okay, so this looks like something one of our friends.
Oh, why don't I own one of these? I have like bottle opener, everything else.
Yeah.
I had bottle opener belt buckle at one time. I had a belt.
I mean, I would
opener.
hope that you would.
I have a ring that's a thing. I had one on my hat. You know what the problem with this? That it's on the bottom of your shoe, and you're going to get like little gravel and dirt stuck in there.
Well, you're not going to get it in your bottle.
But if you just had them as house shoes and you only wore them around in the house, you wouldn't have that.
Well,
problem.
you also couldn't open it like that because you'd spill your friggin' beer.
And the flip flop would just peel off your foot.
Yeah.
You'd have to take the flip flop off and do this and put the flip flop back on. I don't think you could actually do it wearing it.
CJ Morgan, are you saying you own a pair? You know what I realized? Our pool speaker that we had out at the pool yesterday had a bottle opener on the back of it. I had forgotten that when I bought the pool speaker that it had that bottle opener.
Our new ice chest has 2 on it. 1 on each side. The igloo ice chest?
Huh. Oh yeah, our new ice chest, our igloo does. CJ Morgan's saying that he owned a pair.
Maybe if they weren't flip-flops, maybe if they were sandals so that they would strap onto your foot and that would be more leverage. But flip-flop, you know what I'm saying? Like, put a flip-flop on, just let me put a little pressure. It's going to try to come off your foot.
You don't like any of my inventions.
I like them all right.
I can tell how sunburned I got yesterday wearing this pink-ass shirt. Okay, this is a good...
It's so dumb! Really?
It's so useful, though. You don't have to
That is so dumb. It's a fan that attaches to your chopsticks?
You don't have to worry about your noodles.
Oh my god, Taylor's pissing off Nightbot again.
Is it Taylor that did that?
Yeah.
Oh, Taylor. I can't finish the soda. It's too much soda. I need water. Yeah, the noodle cooler. You know how you have to blow on your noodles? No more. No mas.
Nightbot.
No mas. See, it's funny. Nightbot will let Taylor cuss at it, but it won't let him say things he wants to say.
Yeah. Caps, I guess.
Yeah, little noodle cooler. You know, just enough wind where it doesn't blow your noodles.
He wrote hell yeah in all caps, and it blocked him. Yeah. I need to fix that. I just don't know how. Actually, I probably could. I've just never looked at it and tried.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I'm too lazy. I just installed this program to do the work for me, and I'm like, I don't want to fuck with it now. But I will.
So noodle cooler.
Yeah, that's dumb. You know what's the dumbest thing? Maybe it's just the way I'm looking at that picture, but it almost looks like that person is blowing on them noodles.
No, she's just looking at the noodles. She's like, oh, those look so delicious and cooled off enough.
Is that like a battery chilling on top?
I think so. Oh my god.
That's so dumb.
I ate ramen. Taylor says, I ate ramen all the time. One of my favorite things in more recent years, once I learned the real ramen. The real ramen. Yeah, we like ramen too. But I only get the pork one. So I like to pick up things with my feet.
That is so stupid. Where did you find all... That's not going to be practical. That's not going to work.
These are helpful.
It's not going to work.
This was in the helping handy section.
That's not going to work.
Oh, Cal Morgan blocked night block. Thank you. Yeah, I always pick things up with my toes, but this you could just sweep it. I'm afraid that I'd fall on my ass. I'm not coordinated enough to do that.
That thing is so dumb.
No, it's great. Look at that.
It's not going to work right.
Look at that.
It's not going to work right.
What's not going to work about that? That's brilliant. That is brilliant.
Lola said just use your toes.
Yeah, I do whenever possible.
99% of the time, if something has fallen in the kitchen floor, it's edible. So a dog cleans it up for us.
We just leave it. Yeah, and they will
that's real talk.
They will lick up the crumbs.
Yeah, how are you going to dump it afterwards? How are you gonna dump that
You
dustpan?
gotta do one of those.
No, it's gonna dump. It's gonna
do
fall
one of those
out.
crouching tiger, hidden dragon moves.
No, like just trying to dump it, everything's gonna fall out of the dustpan.
Well,
that's a novelty. That's not
no,
real.
but one of the hardest things is I always have to ask someone, will you please hold the dustpan for me? No mas. I wouldn't have to ask for help.
Okay, you would hold your own dustpan with your foot, but then you'd never be able to dump it without putting everything back on the floor.
I thought it was helpful.
It's not helpful. It's
why I put it under the helpful section.
You know where you can probably find that at? Spencer's Gifts. Because it's a novelty.
I have
Should have made Dirt Devil shoes. That's true.
Ooh, Dirt Devil shoes.
You could just turn that shit on and just walk up to the dirt. Now that would work.
That would, and you could just pull the little tray out, right? Okay, Taylor already invented it. We'll support you if you want to do a Kickstarter.
What did Taylor invent?
The Dirt Devil shoes.
Oh. Yeah, put it on Kickstarter.
Yeah, Kickstarter. We'll help you out.
Yeah, we'll fund you.
Okay. So these are helpful too. These are like if you don't have any. What?
Nothing. What?
You don't like these either?
What? Go ahead. What are we doing with this?
What? Why are you getting upset? What?
Go ahead. Tell your story about this product. This very useful product that we have here.
Yeah. So it's, as you can see, it replaces the Bic pin cap with a fork, knife, or spoon.
I need that in my life.
In your drawer at work.
I don't have a drawer at work.
Well,
I work out of a pickup truck.
Some of us do. Well, in your glove box at work. This is a brilliant idea.
Taylor loves this one.
That's because eating at your office desk. I eat at my office desk every single day. I don't take lunch.
But why do you need it to be a pin cap? Why can't you just have a fork there?
Because this is just, you could just reuse them.
You can reuse a fork.
This is way cooler.
How's it cool?
I don't know, but if somebody got me those for a gift, I'd be like,
Done.
yeah.
Done then. You're easy to please.
I wouldn't have to be like, man, where's my fork? As long as you have a pin, you have a fork, a spoon, and a knife. You don't like that either. Man, you're hard to impress.
It just makes zero sense.
It made all the sense in the world to me.
It makes zero sense. But
well,
okay.
You can't use your pin while you're eating. True. And you got to be careful if you're going to stick it behind your ear.
Right, so you just set your pin down and pick up your regular ass fork and eat your salad. And you can eat your salad with your left hand while you're still writing and doing your work. You can't do it with that.
Well, first of all, they're not going to come off in your mouth. It won't happen. They would be on tight.
Okay.
I cannot get this. Okay, ready for some weird inventions?
Oh, now we're going to get to the weird ones. Not the dustpan shoes or the pin cap forks or...
Are you ready? Let's do it.
Now
okay.
That's the weird ones. Okay.
Scooter stroller hybrid, so that you could just like have, you know, when you get on the shopping cart, when you're taking the shopping cart to the car and you get up the momentum and you ride it. Scooter stroller hybrid. That's fun.
That looks like an accident waiting to happen.
Well, I mean, your baby's buckled in, and I think this isn't even a real baby, so.
That's as real as that bird on that other one.
No actual birds or babies were harmed in this podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see
you
brakes.
could put Nala in there. Lola, you could just push Nala around. That's a problem.
Yeah, I don't see any brakes. Maybe they're hand brakes. Maybe it's up here.
No, because if you stop too fast, you'll flip that bitch. You got to be careful.
Well, not if it's rear brakes.
I'll get you yet. Why is it not wanting me to advance slides? Okay. This one's only...
So dumb! So dumb!
Look, it's got the little...
A little tweeter. Oh, it's got a CD tray in the bottom of it?
Yeah, what did you think it was?
Shut up! That's already outdated.
I didn't say these were new.
Yeah, that's already outdated. Yeah, he goes, these are not real. I'll buy them right now.
I have a whole case Logic full of CDs if you need any jams.
Like, if this was real, I would have saw them in some movies by now.
You didn't see those in Back to the Future?
No, there was none in Back to the Future. Like, for instance, like in Jason Takes Manhattan, right? Mm-hmm. And you have the classic scene where he's walking down the road and you've got the people with the jam box listening to the rap music. He comes by and he destroys their jam box. It would have been something like that, them walking around with their sneakers, like, like
you could feel the bass. You could literally feel the bass. All right.
That's so dumb, but I would wear them.
How about this one?
Selfie toaster.
You take your picture and they put it on toast. So we could make everybody their own toast. Like...
Feats by Dre. That's a good one, Chris.
That's good, Chris.
That's a good one. Feats.
Yeah. So the selfie toaster, I think, is really cool. I'm sorry. Taylor's dying over there.
That is a good one. That's quick wits right there, my friend.
Yeah.
Selfie toaster, I could get down with
that.
Or
we could do. Remember whenever it was
like if it's Bluetooth and I can just upload a photo to it and just make toast that quick, I can make some Ash toast. I can make some Xander toast. I can make some Drake toast.
Or like I did for the kid, like for Carter's birthday, I got him a pair of socks with my picture on them.
Yeah.
I still have them. He hates them. And then one year for Christmas, I got all the boys' pictures of themselves on their socks. And none of them liked that either. I thought it was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing.
You got me a pillow with your face on it.
Yeah, I thought you.
What do you call those, sequins?
The mermaid pillow where one way there's nothing and then the other way.
It's not like sequin. Isn't that what it's called?
Something.
Like if you push them all down, it's solid color, and you push them all up, it's like a picture of you going.
What's your favorite picture of me?
It's funny.
Yeah. I don't know if it would smear the butter. I don't think
so because it's like burnt onto it, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I think that's so cool.
That's funny. If it turns out looking legit, that would be fun.
Oh, so you just program your toaster with all the lost children instead of on the milk carton every day on your toast, you'll get a new kid. Like Adam Walsh is still missing. It's been a long time. Do you remember that? Having those missing people on the missing kids?
Right, middle finger on all my toast. That would be the thing. I would be like downloading like middle fingers or penises.
I'd be doing...
I would be doing like penises and these toasts be coming out with penis and balls on them.
I know in this house that's exactly what would happen, but in normal houses, the
moms...
In normal houses, the moms are probably doing like Scooby-Doo or SpongeBob, or something
then I've got like boobs coming out.
And you get a boob, and you get a boob, and you get a penis. Oh my god. Goes well with jam. Okay. Nose stylus. I have notes about these. I should tell you guys some stuff about this stuff. Sorry,
you should zoom that in.
A nose stylus. Let me find my nose stylus. Uh-oh. 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 I messed it up this time. There you go. It's a nose stylus.
Nobody's going to wear that.
Yeah, it says for multitasking on a cold day while wearing gloves or while taking a bath. Because, you can't... Yeah.
Nobody's going to use that.
Well, it doesn't mean it wasn't invented.
Yeah, that's very true.
Does not mean it wasn't invented. Nose stylus. I don't know if I would or wouldn't. That isn't...
No, you're not going to sit here and try to write like this with your head.
The end of it's the stylus part, Mother.
Yeah, it probably just has a little stylus tip on the end of it.
Stylus tip. All right, you're so
That's
hard.
ridiculous.
This one was weird to me.
What the heck is that?
This one was weird to me.
Ears?
You brainwave controlled cat ears. So, based on your emotions, it will do what a cat's ears would normally do.
It's not going to be used as a stylus.
Oh my god.
I had that thought.
Ew, y'all are gross. Ew. It would smell bad. These are cat ears that you can move with your freaking thoughts. Yeah, and they'll move with the emotion. Isn't that that's just weird?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it works.
Look, it says your brain, your ears.
Brainwave controlled cat ears. I'm sure it doesn't work.
No, supposedly they do.
No, I'm sure it moves around and makes you think you're doing it with your brainwaves.
Well, also that plant thing that you played music, the plant's really not dancing.
Right.
It's still fun.
I mean, they could have just made them randomly move instead of trying to lie to you about your brainwaves moving.
I'm sorry, because this is my last section, so I have very little time left to impress you. You have yet to be impressed. What was your invention that you said that I didn't?
Oh, the Super Ball.
You mean the bouncy ball?
Mm-hmm,
The super bounce
balls.
ball?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Super glue.
Super glue.
Super glue. No. It was super bounce ball. The guy who invented super glue invented the super bounce ball accidentally, trying to invent super glue.
Oh, okay.
He still invented super glue as well.
Well, thanks for the clarification there, babe. Coffee mug iron.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, because your coffee's already hot.
And you're going to spill that shit while you're ironing. Hope it's not a white shirt you're ironing. It's like, splash, splash, splash. Oh, fuck, now I got to wash it again.
I told you I knew a dude that was like one time getting ready while we were all waiting to go out. And he's like, I got a wrinkle in my shirt. And he turns on the iron and like pulls the shirt away from his body and ironed on, like with the shirt on. And I was like, oh my God, this one would be a complete freaking nightmare.
Yeah, could you imagine trying to iron with a cup full of coffee?
I don't know. I mean, when you're on the go, if you're a road warrior, you know it gets tough times call for tough.
No, I think you would probably just iron and then have your coffee.
No, because if you don't have an iron.
Okay, well, you could still iron. Okay, you don't have an iron, but you have an ironing coffee cup.
That's a good point. I don't know. That's a good point. You got me on that one. Okay. I can't really argue that one. It was funny in theory. Man, I probably have like one or two left. This one makes me want to throw up.
The Euro putter.
Yeah. So you pee into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to give you a discreet way to relieve yourself.
How's it discreet when it's just chilling real big in front of him?
Wait, how do you know that was a she and not a he? Yeah, that's probably a she. Oh, she's topless because she's ironing her shirt, dummy. Sorry. No, it's because it looks like you're about to putt.
So this only works when playing golf.
That's what it's for. Yeah, it's for on the golf course.
This stupid.
You just urinate into the putter.
No, this is stupid.
Why?
For one thing, you should never urinate into anything that you then have to clean the urine out of.
It's better than peeing on a golf course, which you shouldn't do.
Yeah, but that's just what everyone does.
But you shouldn't.
You just go behind a tree.
But you shouldn't.
You also probably shouldn't pee in that thing.
I mean, it's covered with a towel.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Come on now.
It's dumb.
I feel like you're too judgmental because that's no different than breastfeeding. You get covered up. Oh my God. What about these then? Will these impress you? They're fart filter underwear.
He's legit trying to smell her fart right now.
He can't though because they're fart filtered.
And she's laughing because he has a fart fetish and she's like, ha ha.
No.
Joke's on you.
It's activated carbon lining absorbs all flatulent odors.
That ain't tried me.
I wish some people wear those on a plane.
You should put some on your dog.
Yeah, that's... No, kidding. Oh my God. Yeah, you won't get a ticket for indecent exposure if you use the Euro putter. No, but supposedly I wouldn't even test that out. No way. If someone said, I have fart filter underwear, come check it out, I'd be like, I'm good.
Then I'd rip it in your face while you're trying to smell. I'm going to tell you my next underwears are fart filter just to get you.
Ooh, that's the same thing as a Dutch oven. That's not nice.
It's not the same thing, but...
It says, for those that like a little booty but don't like the... I'm going to keep on. There may be one or two left. I'm sorry. So this one had me thinking, had my gears turning. It's an umbrella water gun. So I was thinking, does it catch the rain and then let you reuse it as a water gun?
That's
because
correct.
if it does, that's freaking cool.
It's cool, except for what's the purpose of an umbrella?
To keep the water off of you. I just got that. So you stay dry under the umbrella, collect the water, and then have a water fight and get wet.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Not so much.
Because the only time you would be using that would be if it was raining. Because if it's not raining, then the water gun umbrella is useless.
Well, I know
Which means you're already wet from the rain.
So I know you don't shoot the gun at yourself, but if somebody has one, yeah, that's a good point. I don't have to get wet just because I have the umbrella.
How are you going to shoot it? When you have to remove it from...
You wait till it stops raining. You wait till it stops raining and all the water's collected, and then you get an unsuspecting loved one.
It's like, haha, I was smart enough to stay dry. So were you, but you weren't smart enough to have a water gun.
Yeah.
So, good job staying dry, but I'm going to ruin that for you now.
Sounds evil.
Yeah.
Hey, is the penguin, it said, that looks like penguin, is the penguin who you're doing your cosplay?
No, Kingpin.
Oh, sounds the same.
It's not.
Okay, more word. Yeah, the trigger is on the handle. You are correct, because look, there's the trigger on the handle. James Bond shit right there. Oh, I can't.
Oh, so it looks like the gun goes this way.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, so you don't... I thought it was shooting out the top and you had to point the umbrella.
No, she's protecting herself with her umbrella from his water gun.
So she's like, I'm going to put the umbrella here so you can't get me wet.
Yeah, but it stopped.
But it's raining on me,
no,
so I'm getting
raining.
wet.
In this picture, in this scenario, it has stopped raining.
In this picture, it's not raining anyways, so those umbrellas don't work.
Oh my god. Okay. This is my last one.
Anti-pervert stockings.
Anti-pervert stockings. This is real. I did not make this up. I promise you. They're made to have you look unattractive to perverts. Because
So how do you know that you're going to encounter perverts on this day?
You just wear them all the time, I guess.
Or just don't shave your legs.
No,
if you're wearing those anyways all the time.
No, you wanna be prepared for your man. But you don't want a pervert to get you in the meantime. You just wear the anti-pervert stockings. Apparently in Japan that's a big deal, because remember the lady who dressed like a Coke machine? Remember that, the Coke machine dress? Apparently in Japan those perverts are trying to get everybody. Anti-pervert stocking. Look at that, looks legit, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. They do good with that, right?
Yeah,
you don't
a little overboard. My legs aren't even that hairy.
Well, no, but the thing is, with toes like that, you don't have to worry about anti-pervert stockings. You got it taken care of. You wear them to bed in case he comes in the window. Oh my god. All right. I didn't impress you with any of those.
No, I was very impressed. I'm just mostly giving you hard times about that.
Okay, so next week we're going to do this or that. And, yeah, because I'll be back for next week. So we can do this or that. And you want to do a few of them?
It's not going to ruin your thing?
No,
Okay.
So it's super. It's going to be fun. Now, do you remember the thing that it's kind of like the thing that the boys showed us, except for I'm not going to say what you're going to guess or anything like that. But not next week. It's Father's Day weekend. God, the blues,
Why
man.
can't we not do it on Father's Day?
Because the boys we're going to have stuff to do. We're going to be busy on Father's Day. I obviously have.
So we're going to be 2 weeks without a podcast?
I obviously have, not that long to plan all the fun stuff we're doing a week from today that I haven't planned. Oh, man. All right, you want to do a couple of them?
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
Now I'm all sad that we're going to be 2 weeks.
I'm sorry. It's your day. If you want to do one on Father's Day, we'll do it.
Well, but what if other people are celebrating so nobody wants to watch?
Exactly. So you want to do a few of this or that?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do some.
Okay, it's going to be super easy. So, like this. Scrambled or sunny side up?
Okay, you picked my 2 least favorite kinds of ways to eat eggs.
Well, you only get to pick 2.
So, I would rather have a sunny side up.
Than scrambled.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're a sunny side up guy.
Yeah. I just don't like scrambled eggs.
I'm okay with sunny side up as long as it doesn't have that gooey white stuff.
Well, no, I'm saying you can make a sunny side up and just cook it a little longer than normal, and it will cook it more through.
Right. So, pancakes or waffles?
He said by 6 he's Father Day'd out. So.
No doubt. You've opened all your ties.
Oh, what were your question?
Pancakes or waffles?
Oh, waffles. Of course. Waffles are so much better than pancakes.
I would pick waffles as well, because you know what I call pancakes.
Yeah. Yeah, syrup sponge.
Syrup sponges.
But here's the thing. With waffles, you can do more with them.
don't know. You can do a lot with pancakes.
You can do it with pancakes too, but it just tastes better on waffles. Like if you like sprinkle pecans on there and some peanut butter and sprinkle pecans on it, it's just way better than a waffle.
Yeah, because to me, the pancake, well, I don't do syrup, but pancakes get all like mushy. I don't think waffles do
I like
that.
waffles better.
Yeah. And then, Mother said that...
crunchy over fluffy, that's my thing too. Remember, because you got me a waffle iron and I said it's the wrong kind. You're like, what do you mean? Because it's a Belgian waffle maker and I don't like the Belgian waffles. I like the traditional waffles like you get at Waffle House.
Yeah, I know.
I like the thin waffles, and she bought the big Belgian waffles, which is the fluffy ones, and I'm not a big fan of those.
Okay, I have to get you a new waffle maker. And then Mother's right, because if you have hash browns, then you can put the hash browns in the egg yolk. So that makes a difference.
Or you can also put hash browns in a waffle iron. That's good, too.
True.
And cook them that way.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do a couple more. Jello or pudding?
Oh, pudding all the way.
Yeah, I can't do Jello.
I can do Jello, but I
cannot.
Pudding is delicious.
Cannot do Jello. What's your favorite kind of pudding?
My favorite kind of pudding is tapioca. I love tapioca. I also like rice pudding. Which
is the same consistency.
Yeah.
Oh, so CJ Morgan has a few for us. Trojan or Durex? Neither. Hookers or escorts? Escorts because...
For no reason.
Well, it's not. An escort isn't presumed to have sex with you. They can just spend time with you.
Yeah, that's not true.
No, a hooker knows that they're going to come in and get it over with, and an escort is going to.
It's going to get the same thing. They're just going to pretend and call it something different.
No, they spend time with you, get to know you.
It's for the same reason.
All right.
Chocolate tapioca.
Oh, I've never had that.
Me neither. But I'm not a big chocolate fan, so I probably wouldn't be a big fan of that. Yeah, that's true. You're not a big fan of anything chocolatey, so it wouldn't make a difference. Okay, so in honor of Father's Day, I'll do this one for the last one. Gas or charcoal? Charcoal.
Ugh.
Gas is easier, but charcoal sure tastes better.
I don't like charcoal stuff. No.
I know, that's why we don't have a charcoal grill.
Yeah. I don't like the flavor of charcoal things.
That's the reason I didn't ever get that's why I decided that I wanted the Traeger versus the green egg, because the green egg is charcoal.
Oh, is the green egg charcoal? Mm-hmm. I guess it is. Yeah.
Well, it's their own briquettes. Like, you're supposed to buy the green egg ones.
The briquettes?
Yeah, charcoal? The briquettes. It's their own brand that you're supposed to use, but it's just charcoal.
Oh, Mother says escorts cost more. Because they spend time with you.
Spend time on your willy.
No, they go to like Applebee's with you and stuff. They cost more because they need dessert. The hookers just get to it, and the escorts you gotta buy dinner. That's why they cost more. All right, so you got the gist of what we were going to do. I was actually doing that one as a quick one because I thought I was going to be out of town and wouldn't have time to do one.
Right, so I was going to say that one's almost like one of our pop-up types.
It is, but I needed to do something quickly with me traveling so much, so that's what we're going to do. Or we could do a pop-up, which means we could come on later on Father's Day or earlier and it'd just be a pop-up time.
That's true, yeah, because if we just call it a pop-up, that means we can just do it when we want, and we don't have to be focused at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, and PSA, don't give your escorts chocolate tapioca pudding because they deserve better. Oh, I'm sorry, we have to pick before we go. Strippers or exotic dancers? That's way more...
Well, exotic dancer, if you think about it, is a much wider... I mean, technically, a belly dancer is an exotic dancer.
Yeah.
Right?
They don't have to strip.
A burlesque dancer is an exotic dancer. The big feather girls in Vegas those are exotic dancers.
Flamenco girl. What are they called? The flamenco girls?
I mean, technically, like, an exotic dancer just means you dance exotically, right?
I guess so.
So any non-traditional exotic dance would be an exotic dancer. Yeah. So there's more flavor there.
So next week, this or that.
Yeah, so we probably will do Father's Day, but it won't be...
It'll be a pop-up,
It'll be a pop-up, so it'll be at a random time. It'll just be when we're caught up and we're not doing anything, and maybe it's late enough that other people can jump on to
and it'll be on record. So those of you who don't make it can watch it on Twitch.
Yeah, it stays on Twitch for like a few weeks, and then it'll be uploaded to YouTube. So.
Yep. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining us.
Speaking of, Nightbot just said there's our YouTube, so there you go.
So I'm going to go figure out why our AC is not working now.
They cooled down a lot.
I'm dying. I'm dying here.
Okay.
All right, everybody.
All right.
See ya.
Adios.
Come on down to Crazy Dawns.
Thanks for joining. And follow if you haven't done so yet. That helps us out.